Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just a little bit different. It's kind of not planned at all, but I really wanted to record today because I promised that I would start recording once a week, and I had all intentions on recording yesterday, but that didn't go as planned. So let me tell you a little bit about that. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know what today's video is gonna be about. Basically, I've had quite a few people ask me about, you know, how, like, drama in the workplace as far as sonographers go, because when you're in school, a lot of the teachers will tell you that there is gonna be drama and to stay out of it, and they like emphasize that. And so I kind of wanted to touch base on that, let y'all know that that I am listening. And also too, because of the events this weekend, I have not emailed you on who the winner is, but I have chosen a winner, and I will email them as soon as I'm done recording this video and let them know that I will send them their $75 gift card to Amazon. So I'm really excited about that. And again, thank you so much for your love and support. But yeah, so let me tell you a little bit, and I'm laughing because it could have been really bad, but thank God it wasn't. First and foremost, I colored my hair. I went dark for the first time ever. It's still a little bit blonde down at the bottom, but I put some brown in there, and I love it. I truly love it. I don't feel like myself though, if that makes any sense. I really feel like I should go back blonde, but I'll wait till, you know, it warms up, so that way I at least give this brown a shot. So it is a little bit darker than my natural color. My natural color is dirty blonde, but I went a little bit darker for the fall, winter, whatever. But okay. So anyways, last night I was prepping meals for lunch for the week, and I was using this giant meat cleaver. And the reason I was using it is because, one, it's sharp and it helps me cut, like when I make things like spaghetti squash or acorn squash. In fact, let me show y'all how big this thing is. It's kind of like something from like a scary movie. Yes. So my husband's always telling me, use that thing when you're cutting this stuff, because that way, you know, you're not taking a risk of getting hurt. Anyhow, so last night I'm cutting an acorn squash, and I was on call last night as well. So I'm cutting the acorn squash and I'm almost done. And the way I do it is I take it and I put it in the vegetable, and then I just kind of like hit the vegetable. I guess that's what you would do. Like, I hit the vegetable on the cutting board, so my other hand is nowhere near it. Well, as I'm finishing up, my daughter is in the kitchen with me, and I'm about to like hit the acorn squash on the cutting board, and she bumped into me. She did not cause this to happen, but she bumped into me, and I used my other hand to make sure I got the spaghetti squash, or the acorn squash, back on the blade of the knife. And somehow, I have no idea how, I literally almost chopped off 2 of my fingers. In fact, I thought I did. And when I moved the knife, I was like, please don't let my fingers be laying there. Please don't. I'm like thinking this in my head, and I'm trying not to panic because my kids are there, and I don't want them to be too worried. And I definitely don't want my daughter thinking that she caused me to cut my fingers. So, long story short, my fingers weren't laying there, but I was bleeding like crazy. So I ran it underwater, and I had my daughter get me a towel, and then my son got me some bandages. And then I called my husband and told him that, you know, we needed Band-Aids. And he brought me home some. Now, you won't be able to really tell because the bandages that he got are really cool. Like, they're from, like, I believe CVS or something. They look like skin, but they're like, and they even feel like skin, if that makes any sense. But they supposedly stay on for like multiple days. I put them on last night, and I plan on taking them off today, letting my fingers dry, or, you know, whatever. And then when I go to work, because I go to work today at 3, So when I go to work, I plan on putting some new ones back on. But this is what the 2 fingers look like. Let's see. On this one, right where that little blood spot is, I don't know if you can tell. It was like right at my knuckle. It almost went through my knuckle. And then on this one, it goes through my nail. It hurts. It really does. But anyways, right after all this happened, my husband got home and he helped me fix the bandages and everything. I got called in. And so my hand's throbbing. I like want to cry because I don't want to go in. And I get there and I'm doing my exam. So I have a glove on. I do the exam, which by the way, this exam, I'm not going to talk bad, but this exam was not nice at all. And remember in a previous video, I talked about smells. If you cannot handle smells, this probably isn't the career path for you. But yeah, it smelled bad. But anyhow, as soon as I finished the exam, I took my glove off and I guess my fingers started bleeding again. So my whole hand was like covered in blood, but I didn't want the, like just like the, I say whole hand, just like my fingers. So I took the glove off, washed my hands, and then like it just didn't bleed anymore for a little while. But then I guess because on the machine, I scan with my right hand, and on the machine, I'm hitting the buttons with my left hand to type, you know, like to label the anatomy and whatnot and measurements. So I guess like just moving it caused it to start bleeding again, probably. But anyhow, so I had to go into work. I was there for a couple hours because when I got there, they ended up adding like a whole bunch of exams. And I was like, yeah, this is just my luck. You know, I get hurt, can't quit the bleeding. And my husband's like, why don't you go see one of the doctors while you're there? And I'm like, what are they gonna do? It's over my nail. You can't put a stitch there. So I don't wanna be a big baby. So I didn't see the doctor. I know, work in a hospital, shocker. So anyhow, that was that. And it was just very eventful. So I didn't record yesterday. But real quick, I wanna show y'all this. Y'all, my husband is awesome. He disagrees. Let me shut my door. He disagrees with me because he is so hard on himself. But check this out. He made this table. Like, it's gorgeous. I don't know what it was. I think it's pecan. I don't know, but all of this, he had to fill. These are like wormholes, and he had to fill them with epoxy. So that took him forever. And then, you know, you obviously have to sand it down, and then you have to, I don't know, finish it. I don't know all the lingo. I'm not a woodworker. But yeah, so it's got the live edge. It's, you know, just a beautiful table, and I'm so like impressed with it. It took him a long time, and I wish he would give himself a little more credit because it's awesome. But yeah, so anyhow, so let's go ahead and get on with the real topic of the video, and I'll quit complaining about my chopped off fingers. So we'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm in my normal recording area and I don't have my dogs like, I don't know if you heard in the earlier, you could probably hear the clicking around. That's my dogs. They do not know how to be still. And not only that is I do cook them eggs. We try to cook them eggs every morning. I know they're spoiled rotten, but I cook their eggs and I'm letting them cool down. So they're really pacing around me. So I had to come up here and get some peace and quiet. So anyhow, on to drama between sonographers in the workplace. I personally, up until recently, haven't experienced any drama in the workplace as far as sonography goes. However, even with that being said, even if I've never experienced it ever, the teachers tell you all of that. They tell you to stay out of it. One, because sonography is a very, very small career field. It's, okay, sorry about that. My husband called. He just likes to check on me. Anyways, like I was saying, drama in the department, I haven't personally experienced it, but your teachers do press on the issue while you're in school because the sonography community is so small that I've heard that, you know, like there was this one girl at one of the hospitals that I worked at. I never met her, but I heard that she would complain a lot about like taking certain exams. Like she just wanted to pick and choose what exams she wanted to do, which is fine if you have like an agreement with the person you're on shift with. Like if that's y'all's thing, like, hey, I hate doing pelvic exams, and she's like, oh, I hate doing testicular exams. Okay, great. As long as there's not like an influx of one exam, we can take turns, and that way you don't have to do the exam you don't like, and I don't have to do the exam that I don't like. So like I'm saying, if you don't have an agreement and you're just picking and choosing, that can make you look bad. And so anyways, long story short, there was that, and she ended up getting either fired or she left, but then went to another hospital and went to apply. That hiring manager called her friend, who was the coworker, and was like, tell me about this person. And like, you know, you can't help it. Like, it's just a small community. So now she has a very hard time finding a job because she set a bad name for herself. I mean, it is what it is. Do I think it's right that maybe you should not talk behind one another's backs? Yes, you should not. I don't think that's necessary in any aspect of your life, but it happens. So that's why, like, when you're going through school, your teachers say stay out of the workplace drama, because if you want to find a job and you don't want your reputation to follow you in a bad manner, then you want to stay far away from all that. Now, with that being said, the only other drama that I can think of firsthand, or like, not firsthand, but like off the top of my head right now, would be some sonographers who have been doing this for a while, who have been in the field for a long time, tend to forget that they were a new sonographer at one point in time. We all start at the bottom. Yes, some days might be busy and it might be frustrating to take extra time and help somebody who's new. But I tell you what, there are so many exams that I did not know how to do. And if there was any downtime, I'd be like, hey, do you mind if I go with you to see this patient? I haven't done an upper extremity venous in a long time, and I just want to make sure I do it right in case I have one. Perfect, I'll go do it. I've even, unfortunately, slowed my schedule up by asking somebody to come in the room and help me. It happens. If you don't do something all the time, you kind of forget, or you need a refresher. And if you're new to it, you definitely need all the help that you can get. So I would suggest, if you're a new sonographer, learn at every chance that you get. Like, ask somebody if you can follow them every chance that you get, okay? Take notes, know it. Most of the times your tech worksheets will tell you what you're looking for. So have your tech worksheet with you. And also, always look at the prior images, because if you're going to scan like a gallbladder or something and there are polyps from the previous scan, and you measured some polyps, you want to make sure that those polyps have not gotten any bigger. So always look at your prior scans. But not only that, the prior scans will help you scan when it's your turn to scan. So if you're a new sonographer, get as much like hands-on as you can. Don't be scared of doing certain exams, even if you're not good at it, or you haven't done one, or you haven't done one in a long time. So ask somebody. But with that being said, if you're a seasoned sonographer, we all started at the bottom. Have some patience. I saw recently, I've witnessed somebody get mad because their day was like shot to hell, and I totally get it because nobody wants their day to be like so far behind. But went, instead of trying to help the new sonographer, went behind their back and told on them about things. And I personally don't think that's right. So it is what it is, but we need to take care of one another. Okay, now if you're just a horrible sonographer, and what I mean by that, if you're just a horrible sonographer that you hate your job, you're just there for the paycheck, then you need to take the time and reevaluate why you're doing it, okay? So that's my suggestion there. Now, another thing that I could say would be like workplace drama is not everybody is gonna be happy for you when you have something new happen. Especially if they're going for the same job, because not everybody is gonna root for you. Although we should, not everybody's gonna do it. So if you worked your butt off to get to where you wanted to be and you got there faster than somebody else who wanted the same thing, that is not your problem. That is their problem. And you just need to focus on you and where you wanna be, okay? So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of workplace drama, in my opinion. If you've experienced workplace drama as a sonographer, leave us some comments down below. I would love to know your stories. I'd like to hear about it. And hey, maybe I'm just not thinking about it. Maybe we've had the same thing. But that is why, at the end of the day, your teachers say to stay out of the drama, okay? They're just protecting you. There's not as much, because I remember thinking that too when I first got out into the field. I remember thinking, what drama are they talking about? I don't see it. But recently, I've experienced this very small portion of it, so I can kind of speak on it. But it's for your own good. It's for your own career. So I would highly suggest just staying out of the drama. Okay, guys? Anyhow, that's all I have for this video. I hope I covered everything. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And let me know if you like the vlog style like I did earlier, because I do kind of want to vlog a little bit more, but I'm just not like comfortable with it yet. And I don't want to be like everybody else. That's just not who I am. So let me know what you think. Also too, I don't want to do like any kind of like fitness videos per se, but I used to be pretty fit and I used to go to the gym all the time, and since I had my thyroid treatment, and then I started this job and everything, I've been kind of like slacking, so I've put on some weight. Yeah, like 30 pounds. So I do plan on doing a cut here soon. Let me know if you would like to see any of that. I'd be happy to put like maybe my prep meals or the workouts that I'm doing. But yeah, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like to think, what you would like to see. And I look forward to talking to you all in the next video. And I will go ahead and email the person who won the giveaway. And again, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Love you guys.